Hey guys, it's KK, and today I'm sharing a layout that I created using my 27-day challenge kit. And the emphasis on this layout was to use some scraps. Now, I wanted to make sure that I kept these kind of over to one side because I did not want to cover up that entire background paper. I love those doilies and I think this paper is gorgeous, so I just wanted to leave as much of that on show as I could. Using scraps really saved me some time. I think this layout took me 27 minutes from start to finish, so that's really quick for me because I'm a very slow scrapper. Once I got all that paper layered and adhered, I decided to turn to the cut apart sheet in the kit to go ahead and look for some ways to embellish it. And I found these little word strips that I thought worked well just to add a little something, and a couple of tags that were on the cut apart sheet. I thought that they would look nice kind of tucked away here. And I'm just switching them because that one with the floral print is a little bit busier and a little bit weightier in design, so I decided to put it at the top. Now once I get all this adhered, I start looking to bring in some different textures. And one thing that I had in the kit that would allow me to do that is some brads. So I go ahead and just punch a hole in them, in the pattern paper there and the tag, and I try to adhere that brad at the top. Because these are paper tags, I didn't really want to add any twine to them because I felt like they weren't thick enough to kind of hold the twine, if that makes sense. So I just thought I'd use these brads. Now once I get that done, I know I have to embellish these tags just a little bit more, so I bring in a heart-shaped punch to punch some cardstock and put one of them there. Then I decide I want to add another brad to that second tag. And these brads really just add some different texture and some dimension, and they're really not bright or vibrant colors, so they don't take away from the photo. Once I get that done, I'm bringing in some wood veneer butterflies from Studio Calico, and I just used some mist to paint them. And I'm going to go ahead and start working on the title because I already know where I want it to go. So I start at the end and work my way backwards just so I can make sure I get the placement of the letters where I want it to be. And I like using a couple of different alphas to create the title just because I feel like it gives it that something special and makes it stand out a bit more. So once I get that title in place, I start looking at the page and I decide that I want to bring some embellishment up to that top left side. And I bring in one of those word strips and another one of those hearts, but I don't like that little awkward gap right there. So I decide that's not a good fit. But I have one more of those wood veneer butterflies, so I decide to use that instead. And I like the way it mimics the embellishment cluster on the right hand side, but it's missing the heart, so it doesn't make it quite as large as that one. At this point, I want to add some mist, so what I'm going to do is remove those wood veneer butterflies because I don't want to get any mist on them, and I also don't want any mist on the brads because it's fabric. If the mist hits it, it will spread and it kind of just looks messy. So I just punch some 1/2-inch circles and I use some removable adhesive to adhere them to the top of the brads, and that way if any mist gets on them, it'll just hit the paper and I can take it off. So once I take off these circles, you'll be able to see that none of the mist got on the brads and they still look nice and crisp. At this point, I'm just bringing the embellishments that I'd taken off back. First, I'm going to clean up my mat because I have mist everywhere, and that always happens to me, but I don't really mind. So I like mist and it makes a mess, and I'm okay with that. So I'm just bringing back these embellishments that I'd taken off. And at this point, I'm pretty much done with my layout. I like the way it looks. I like the simplicity of it, and I used a lot of the scraps that I had lying around. So here are some still shots, and thank you so much for watching today. I hope that you have a great night, and until next time, take care. Bye-bye.